We understand this name faith. We're pretty fussy about what we put ours on, too. Now lease a Ram Club cab for as little as $269 a month.
Well, a look at Bill McCarthy. Second year with St. Thomas Academy.
Affable.
Was at Burnsville for 9 years, and the brother of former North Star Tom McCarthy.
Bill, just a jolly soul.
He says, I said, what do you teach at school? He says, Fayette, look at me. He says, I went down the other day. I went down to show him the kids how to do a squat properly. He said, I didn't know I was going to able to get back up. I got the bad knees.
Yeah, that's what causes bad knees. Here's the rush to center as Funk goes cross rink at center ice. And from center, Flaccade is there to dump it in. They scrap for it out of the corner. And the Bears break it to Riekstedt. Left wing up the lane to goal. There was no stopping that shot, and Blake is on the board. They're within a goal.
Well, that's what they needed. They had to score that next goal. Otherwise, it could have been a very difficult road to come back from. Riekstedt, what speed. And I'll tell you, he can shoot the puck. That's his 18th goal of the year. And that comes at 5 minutes and 31 seconds of the period. And he's got great speed, but he thought he'd try something a little bit different here. He let that long shot go. It made him a little bit tired. But he takes the pass right here, right under the stick. He comes over the blue line and just fires it. You can see the goaltender make the save, but he could not hang on to it. Nice play also to move the puck up ice, to get it in that position where they can make something work. And Wilhelm, and also the other assist will go to Steve Nelson, moving it up to the youngster.
5:31 the time, and now the whistle goes again to stop play there at the blue line. Riekstedt is 18th from Wilhelm and Nelson. I wonder maybe if Keller shouldn't have let that shot go. It looked like it might have missed the target.
I think you're right. They might have, but he thought he could get a piece of it, could not hang on to it, and how quickly it can change.
Now from the face-off, it's back out at center ice, and Norqual is there to dump it in. Back first to get the puck is Dusty Wilhelmy. There's Wilhelmy again with the puck, number 5, looking for the outlet pass, trying to hit the streaking Anthony Bloomer, but it would not work. Bloomer in, racing deep back behind the net, and works it to the slot, then gives it away. And the Bears rush it to center. It'll be brought in now by Brian Chandler. Chandler working with Frauenchu and Johansson. And Bloomer sends this one on a bit of a long Hail Mary pass up the rink, but too far for Nate Howard. And the Bears. Boy, that looked like DeVoy was just going to kill him. Here comes Norqual in the slot. Shooting, and the stop made by Keller. After the rebound is Inman. Inman in a bit of a spot, couldn't get the pass off cleanly, and they'll be back in the zone, and Norqual to control for the Bears. Coming up on the halfway point of the period. Now it's Brook in on the near side. There's Bennett, or actually not Bennett, but Polanski moving in. There will be a penalty and a power play coming up. On the Menard scoreboard now, Blake on the board at St. Thomas 2 and Blake 1.
Get a great Chevy Sport Utility vehicle right now.
Gotta get it.
Get a Chevy Blazer now and get 2.9 financing or $1,000 cash back.
Gotta get it.
And come see the one that holds the most, tows the most, and does the most. Chevy Suburban.
Gotta get it, gotta get it.
If you want to get a great deal on your new 99 Chevy Sport Utility, you gotta get to your Chevrolet dealer.
Gotta get it. Gotta get it. Gotta get it.
Now.
Well, it's another penalty that's going to go against St. Thomas Academy. And that will be Wilhelmy who gets called. But watch the play right here. You're trying to come in from the outside. You're trying to get back in the front position there. And Polanski does a nice job of moving in there, getting some help. But also in the ensuing play will be an interference call, as you saw coming in from the right of your screen. This is the third power play opportunity of this game. And it has been Blake who's had all 3.
Draw to the Cadets, and it's driven out of there hard by Brian Lynchide. The senior was leaving no doubt about getting it out of the zone. Ramsey behind his own net, nearly muscled off the puck there. by the forechecking of Bloomer. And now Bloomer again out there to tip it away from Wilhelm. Wilhelm has to dump it in the zone. And here it's off of Bloomer's glove and out of play, and the faceoff will be out at center ice.
Well, the complexion changes very quickly when you start to score some goals. It was the Cadets who scored the first 2 goals of this hockey game, and all of a sudden that long shot by Riegstedt puts it away and brings his team right back into it. And to look at the number 9, the senior forward who scored the first goal of this game, Brett McKenzie.
Got a couple of schools here, Tom, that I think would compete quite well at the AA level.
Oh, I think you're right.
Off of Riegstedt at center, and a long reach for the puck there by Linscheid, and he shoots it right back down the rink. And back to get it now is Norqual. Here's Ramsey. Ramsey takes the hit but maintains control. The play is onside at the line, brought in by Nelson. Nelson trying to get in as he was wrapped up there by Linscheid. Now a long screen, or was he screened, but it is a goal. And this game is tied at 2.
Well, how quickly it does change. Steve Nelson made the play initially, but all of a sudden it's going to be Eric Ramsey who comes in to score this big goal. He just walked in. No one even challenged him. He just came in from that blue line position. When you're 6'5", maybe you gain a little more territory out there. But watch how he comes in. He picks up the puck along the boards. Look at the 5-hole. Right there. Looking for it. And all of a sudden, it's in the net. The gap opened up a little bit between the legs, but he just let the shot go, and he cleanly beat the goaltender here. And that goal will be credited to number 11, Eric Ramsey, the senior defenseman, 6'5", 200. And the first assist will go to Steve Nelson. The other assist will be to Jordan Wilhelm.
Well, I just didn't. I looked up and saw the trail end of the play. Didn't believe that Ramsey, who was so alone in the slot, could have been left alone to shoot. But boy, he was, as the defenseman picked his spot and moved up just perfectly. Now under 7 minutes to go in the second period. The game is tied at 2. St. Thomas Academy with the first 2 goals in the game. Blake has answered with 2 here in the span of about 2.5 minutes. And at the side of the net, it'll be controlled by Frauenschuh. Out to center ice, picked up now by Engasser, who brings it in. This is David Moose now in the corner. He is knocked down. And Chandler after the puck. Back at the line. Zone was held pretty nicely by Chris Norqual. They dump it in. And again, a pretty hard hit on the far side as Wilhelmy was on the receiving end this time. A pass hits the skate of Scott Kispert. Kispert back to get the puck now and gain control. Third line is out there right now for the Cadets with Matt Bennett at center and Matt Langevin on the right. They flip it in. Con Kennedy back to get it. The Cadets now changed their lines. It's loose to center and dumped right back in by Nate Howard. Howard with Devoy and Bloomer out there right now. Out of the corner, Devoy. It's in the high slot. The shot fired by Linscheid, but wide of the target. Devoy in the corner. And it'll be taken away in the slot by Moose. And Linscheid will turn to go after the puck. They will call the icing play here with 5:21 to go in period number 2. On the Menard scoreboard, we're tied up now. The Blake School 2 at St. Thomas Academy 2.
UPN9's live coverage of the Minnesota State High School Tournament is brought to you by your local Jeep dealer, Dairy Queen, and your Northland Ford store.
Welcome back to Target Center. 2-2 the score.
You could just sense in this second period that the Bears have really come on much stronger here. They've controlled the play, although they gave up the one goal to take a 2-0 lead for St. Thomas Academy. They played pretty well with just an errant pass by the goaltender that gave them that 2-0 lead, but they have battled back to tie it up at 2.
Now the puck goes in the corner. Riegstedt gets it off the glass. It's blocked there by Devoy. Devoy is centering this line with 19 Howard on the left wing. Here's Howard centering it for Devoy, and it's off his stick, and it goes back into the corner. Now Devoy centers it again. Howard banging away at it. It'll come back to John Riegstedt. Riegstedt with Wilhelm and Nelson. They bring it in. This is Nelson deep in the corner. And he takes a check there from Wilhelmy. And now Wilhelm went a long way to throw a check as he bumped into Bloomer. Here's Bloomer with the puck. He lifts it high in the air. And it'll be down at center ice where Levitt had a little trouble with it. And then Devoy from center shoots it in. And then he gets some rough treatment. He was hit pretty hard by Nelson. And they're still locked up over on the far side. Bringing it to center was Carl Hensel. And on a delayed offside here, are we going to get a whistle? We do.
Well, there's a little action in front of the cadet bench over there. Kevin Devoy trying to use a little muscle perhaps to pull down some players. Referee is standing there, no call on the play. See a little bit of that. Watch right here. Players going in, just trying to show who's going to be a little bit stronger here. Nelson coming in with a pretty hard check.
Yeah, that hurt.
Well, you bet it does. The boy came back and got a little bit of retaliation at the end.
Norquist back behind the net, and he takes a pretty solid pounding there from Flacade. And it's out to center ice again. Moose firing. Big save and a big rebound. Moose after it again. And it'll be taken away by the Cadets. The pass by Flacade to center. Funk is there to wrap it in over the line. John Funk flying after the puck as well. Gets free and then it passed instead of shooting. I don't think he realized how open he was.
I think you're right.
He had one thought in mind when he came to the slot, and that's what he kept in mind. Hit thrown on the far side by Devoy. And it's driven around by Norquist. And I think in this period, Blake is actually getting the better of the physical play. They're throwing checks that are penetrating. Flacade gets it in over the line. Langevin goes in deep, fires it to the door mouth there, and it was deflected away. Now Funk in the corner, and Langevin takes the hit. And it'll be controlled now by Michael Polansky. Sidesteps a couple of checks, brings it to the cadet line, and the play is offside at the blue line. We'll take a break with 3 minutes and 6 seconds to go. On the Menards scoreboard, it's 2-2 here at Target Center.
Looking for a new or used vehicle? CarSoup.com has thousands of new and used vehicles from local dealers and private owners. Visit CarSoup today at KMSP.com.
Well, Blake has had 17 shots in this game. 10 shots have gone from the sticks of the St. Thomas Academy Cadets.
Third lines are out for both schools. Ooh, this puck rolls loose, and a quick recovery needed by Levitt. Back out at center ice. Here's Levitt again. He gets sandwiched and hit high and low before he goes down. And it's flipped by Dusty Willoughby high in the air, and back to get it now is Eric Ramsey. Ramsey plays it up off the far rail. It deflects through to the blue line. And a check thrown by Win Hornig, the left winger on the play. And a tackle there at the blue line, and play goes on.
Oh, boy. Sticks are getting up here a little bit right now.
Indeed they are. That last tackle, I think, will be credited to Michael Polansky. It would be an unassisted tackle, but maybe someone from across the rink spotted it. I think that's exactly what's happened, Tom.
Well, we've got a holding call that is going to go against the Cadets right now.
Actually, Bennett, not Polansky. Had my colors mixed up here a little bit. Yeah. Bennett is off for the hold.
Right there. You can see he skated away there. Saw something going by him, just thought he'd latch on. You know, it's okay to use the physical part, but you can't grab on like that. So this penalty coming at 12:26 of the period. 4 penalties in the game, and once again, the Cadets get them all.
This puck leaves the rink, and we'll have a face-off again back out at center ice, or perhaps just inside the blue line, actually, where it left the rink. Penalty to Polansky, the hold. Nope, not Polansky at all, Tom. I've been trying to give him that penalty for the last 5 minutes. Bennett. I beg your pardon. Here's Riegstedt centering it, and just off the heel of the stick of Wilhelm. The shot by Ramsey goes all the way through. Riegstedt spinning it back around. Wilhelm behind the net. 2 minutes to go in the period. 90 seconds on the power play. Nelson reaching for it. Nelson again. And it's behind the net now for Brian Linscheid. He clears it around. Nelson gets a piece of it, tumbles down, and so does Bloomer. Now rolling with it is Wilhelm. Back at the line, Ramsey. And they work it to the far point, Norqual. Riekstedt. And he'll hang on to it for a while. Still a minute on the power play. Wilhelm behind the net. That was blocked. Now Riekstedt again. Here's Wilhelm. Linscheid steps in there to break it up. Riekstedt rolling away with the puck. Norqual at the line. Ramsey a one-timer. Swatted out of the air by the goaltender Keller. And apparently played with a high stick.
Well, the Bears doing a nice job of moving the puck around. Everything's on the outside. They're trying to get in a position where they can get that one good shot away. And I'm pretty impressed also with that point position. The likes of Eric Ramsey. He's very calm and cool back there.
He is.
He doesn't get rattled at all. The puck comes to him. He just kind of moves it. He was able to get in a position and take that one-time shot at the netminder. As you look at Ethan Keller.
Funk is ready for this face-off against David Moose. And the draw to the Bears. They have a power play for another 36 seconds. And from center ice, it'll be picked off and brought ahead again. Ramsey actually make that Frauenschuh trying to wrap it around. He was hauled out. There'll be yet another penalty on the Cadets, a delayed call. And right now, Blake should just give away the puck. They'll have 19 seconds of two-man advantage. And a chance to make some serious statements here, although we're late in the period. 53 seconds left.
Well, when you look at the penalties also that they have picked up, this is their second tripping penalty of the game. They've had an interference and 2 holding penalties. And you can see the stick right onto the skates. And so that will be Mike Fretschel, who heads to the penalty box, picking up his second penalty of this hockey game.
Usually they call them lazy penalties. I don't know that this team has been lazy out here today.
No, they have not, but they've done things at inopportune times right there. I mean, he's diving to keep that puck from coming out, hits the skates with the stick, pulls down the man. But when you see a player, someone's going by, just grab on. I mean, those are lazy penalties. You've got to know where you are and where your opponents are on the ice all the time. You can't just sit back and then jump in and lunge at somebody and grab on. So they have got to be a little more disciplined.
And this puck immediately leaves the rink, so we'll face it off again. Riekstedt is out there. He's handling this face-off. Wilhelm and Nelson are up front with him. And they've got Ramsey at one point, and I believe it's Norqual at the right point. There's Norqual. Oop, he couldn't control it. He'll have to go back at center. A little pressure applied by Bloomer, who takes it away. Bloomer rolls it in front. Nate Howard racing in after the puck, and he was just beaten to it. Coming up at 37 seconds left in the period. A break for Nelson, and he didn't get all of it on the shot. Huge rebound, however. Wilhelm with control, centers it. A point-blank shot by Riekstedt and a goal. And Blake has rallied to take the lead for the first time in the game.
Well, 3 goals in succession by this team has brought them right back. This is a team that is not used to giving up a lot of goals. In fact, their goals against average this year, 1.7. Their strength, defense, and now they're scoring some goals. You watch the play as it comes across in front of the crease area. Wilhelm makes a nice play here right over to Riekstedt. Riekstedt stick down the ice, no one at him. When you've got the advantage, the man advantage, you take advantage, and they have done just that as they have taken the go-ahead goal with just 28.5 seconds to go in the second period.
And Tom, it came at the exact second that the first penalty, actually the Fretschel penalty had expired, and this one comes at the exact second. So in other words, they lost that opportunity for further power play by 1 second. Half minute, less than a half minute to go. Up on the far side, oh, Riekstedt took a high, hard hit and was just dropped, and now he comes back pretty hard at John Funk. Riekstedt lets it go through Ramsey with a long shot, and that was blocked away again. Now Wilhelm sends it back behind the net, and McKenzie will go after the puck as the horn sounds, and quite a rally for the Bears from Blake.
Boy, it was. They have come back very solid in this second period. As we said, they were controlling the plays more, even though they gave up the first goal of this period. But you could see them just kind of stepping up their game, getting a lot of help with it. Riekstedt with some great speed and great positioning to put himself in a position to put that final shot into the net. And right now at St. Thomas Academy, they're back on their heels here a little bit. Lee McCarthy has to say a few things to this team, trying to pick them up as they come out here for the start of the third period.
Well, the rally capped off on the Goal by Riekstedt, and we'll go down to ice level. Bill McCarthy standing by with Andy Skoogman.
All right, Frank, thank you very much. Coach, let me ask you, up 1-0 after the first period. Now you're down by 1 goal. Give me your thoughts on the second period.
We might need a little better effort away from the puck, near the puck. Got ourselves in trouble. Had the guys in the wrong bench. You know, we're in the penalty box a little bit in that second period. We're going to have to find ourselves a level that can make us winners in this hockey game.
Is there an emotional speech coming up? This could be the final period of hockey for this season.
Well, certainly we play each one of our shifts sort of with that intensity. I'm not sure that our emotions are the reason for where we are, but rather we have to get ourselves organized, be able to step on the ice, put the best game on the ice.
Good luck in the third period.
Thanks very much.
All right. Jeff Grayson, let's go over to you.
Thanks, Andy. I'm with Jeff Lindquist on the Blake side. Wow, what an explosion here in the second period. You're up now 3-2.
Yeah, I think we just needed a goal to get relaxed and get our feet moving and so forth. It helped get a few power plays, and that's been our strength all year is on the power play. We really been clicking on that as of late.
You know, after the first period, you said you're not worried at all. Obviously, just a one-goal game. How happy are you with the way that your Bears responded after being down 2?
That hasn't bothered us a lot this year. The kids came back in the section final from a 2-goal deficit, and they just keep skating, and that's kind of been a sign of our good character that we've had.
Jeff, good luck in the third.
Thank you.
That is Jeff Lindquist, the head coach of Blake, who has come back to take a 3-2 lead after 30 minutes. Back with more, including the Northland Ford intermission report in a moment. You're watching the boys hockey tournament from the Target Center.
Seems like everyone is getting ready for Toyota's National Spring Sales Event. You'll find great deals and low financing on Camry, the #1 selling car in America 2 years in a row. You'll also find up to $1,100 in extra value package savings. Get ready for a great deal. Get ready to be amazed.
Menards helps make home improvement easy. Lions Tub Surrounds feature seamless, no-leak construction. Or choose this trackless shower door. Install them yourself and save. Both on sale, just $96. Style Bright vinyl flooring from Target features a high-gloss urethane finish that never needs waxing. Get superior stain and scuff resistance for just 69 cents a square foot. Beautify your home for less money at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
It's been totally re-engineered and redesigned with more safety features, more performance, more luxury, and more power than ever before. Introducing the all-new Jeep Grand Cherokee. The most capable sport utility ever. Check out the award-winning Grand Cherokee Limited at your dealer.
The Big Apple. Hey, you guys think you got game? You got nothing. Home of the #1 world champion. Biggest and the baddest police. You ain't got nothing. You call that a squeegee? You call that a kiss? I'm gonna be late. Get a hotel room.
Ever wonder why New Yorkers have such big mouths?
You got nothing.
Because we eat big pizza, like the big New Yorker from Pizza Hut. 16 inches of real New York pizza dripping with cheese at a very un-New York price.
$9.99. What do you think this is, Indiana?
The big New Yorker, new from Pizza Hut. It's beautiful.
I'm Angela Hampton in the Minnesota 9 newsroom with a news update. In the past, tourney time meant St. Paul was a madhouse. Well, not any longer. For the first time in years, the hockey tournament is being held in Minneapolis. March Madness means $7 million to hotels and restaurants. And First Lady Hillary Rodham Clinton isn't announcing her candidacy for the Senate, but she's coming close. While in New York today, she said, quote, "You can't drop out of the political process and leave it to others. So who knows? We'll see you in a while."
Now, the Northland Ford Intermission Report, brought to you by your local Northland Ford store.
3 unanswered second period goals by Blake, and the Bears with a 3-2 lead over St. Thomas Academy in our second Class A quarterfinal of the afternoon. Welcome back to Target Center, everybody. I'm Andy Skoogman. This is the Northland Ford Intermission report. You know, St. Thomas Academy is just one of several first-timers in the state tournament this year. Holy Angels is another one. They are on Cloud 9 mainly because they'll be on Channel 9 tomorrow. Holy Angels, one of the big surprises of the 99 tournament. David defeated Goliath in the Section 5 AA title game. Holy Angels earned its first ever trip to the tournament. The Stars beat 5-time state champion Jefferson 4-2.
If you know the Jefferson program, you know that it's one of the top programs, has been for a long time. So for our school to be able to rise to that level was a big deal for us, a real big deal.
With an enrollment just over 500, the Academy of Holy Angels has one of the smallest AA programs in the state. But their 24-1 records prove bigger isn't always better. They moved up classes 2 years ago.
Everybody was in agreement that it was a place we wanted to go, so we opted up, and we've been building since, and we're right on schedule, I guess. Maybe ahead of schedule.
The new Giant Killers have another big task ahead. They face Eden Prairie Enrollment 2000 in round 1, which means Holy Angels will have to come down from the clouds quickly.
We gave them the day off today, and we're going to get down to earth again at practice tomorrow. But I think they're confident and they're determined, and we'll certainly go and give our best at the state tournament.
Holy Angels, Eden Prairie. It is our first Class AA quarterfinal. Puck drops on that game tomorrow at 12:05. We have one more period to go in our second Class A quarterfinal this afternoon. Blake with a 1-goal lead over St. Thomas Academy. The Northland Ford intermission report and the 99 Boys State High School Hockey Tournament returns in just a moment.
Burgers. We Americans love them. Cheeseburgers, bacon, double deluxe, always. Can't get enough of them. That's why Culver's perfected Butter Burgers. We make them fresh. We use only very lean ground chuck. Build them how you like them. And lightly butter the toasted bun. Hot, fresh, delicious.
Butter Burgers, Butter Burgers.
Culver's, proud to serve Minnesota.
And every Ford Oval, there's a story.
Need anything from the grocery store? It's funny how helpful teenagers are when they just get their license.
It's a good thing we own a Ford Taurus. A 5-star crash test rating plus 35 other safety features means I know she'll be safe. I not only saved over $3,100 in interest,
I got a great car, fully loaded, peace of mind, and half my grocery list.
Nikki!
What's your story?
I'll go back.
Find out at your Northland Ford store today.
When your car's running funky and you need a hand, don't worry, see your CarX man.
Hey, when you can't rely on your brakes, rely on your neighbor. At CarX, you'll get 50% off lifetime guaranteed brake shoes and pads. That's 50% off. And your brakes are fixed by guys who are trained, tested, and top of the line. So stop.